2018 Mercedes-Benz X350d car review. It could be the Mercedes-Benz of passenger trucks. That's the non-answer you will get when you ask brand executives precisely what distinguishes the not Ford U.S. X-Class using similarly sized cargo haulers. While it is in line with the Nissan Navara, the X-Class we drove last fall tweaked mechanically how the relationship is barely noticeable on the streets. At the very least, then, it's the Mercedes-Benz of Navaras. The good points of 2018 Mercedes-Benz X350d. Quiet, comfortable, torque-rich, upscale. The bad points of 2018 Mercedes-Benz X350d. Too pricey for U.S. sales, traces of Nissan in which it shares a platform, marginal backseat accommodations. Even using the Nissan-sourced 2.3-liter turbodiesel inline-4, the Mercedes version is quieter, its manual transmission shifts better, and its particular cab is roomier and equipped. But at launch it lacked a 6-cylinder engine, something is standard on its primary competitor in Europe, the Volkswagen Amarok. Now Mercedes-Benz has fixed that issue, using this type of new X350d that's offered for that equivalent of $53,000 or possibly even longer and is fitted using a strongly upgraded powertrain. The part-time four-wheel drive system perfectly found on the X220d along with the X250d is tossed aside, along using the Nissan-sourced 4-cylinder engine as well as the Nissan-built 6-speed manual or 7-speed automatic transmission. The X350d's OM642 turbodiesel V6 comes completely from Mercedes-Benz's passenger car portfolio, along with the same is true of their 7-speed automatic. And the torque is transmitted to all or any four wheels through Benz's 4MATIC permanent all-wheel drive system. Powerful and efficient. Rated at 255 horsepower as well as an impressive 406 lb-ft of torque provided by 1,400 revolutions per minute, the X350d should charge from 0 to 60 miles per hour in mere 7.4 seconds. That makes a world of difference compared together with the X250d's estimated 10-second stroll. And while the best of the four-bangers tops out at 108 miles per hour, the 6-cylinders class can reach 127 miles per hour before it hits the interest rate governor, says Benz. Fuel economy, as measured inside latest, somewhat more realistic European test cycle, is pegged at 25 miles per gallon. For what it's worth, the trip computer from the example we drove told us I was doing much better than that, and now we weren't lollygagging. The gear changes are extremely gentle as well as the cabin so well isolated that piloting this class appears like driving an excellent SUV. We are talking, naturally, in regards to traditional SUV with body-on-frame construction, just like inside X-Class. This truck is surprisingly quiet and cozy, and it is hydraulically assisted power steering is around the light side. It doesn't provide you with the precision you experience in modern car-based SUVs, but we loved covering long distances inside X, enjoying its serene ride along with the plentiful torque. We won't repeat this class can't be fun, however its playfulness hits limits. The stability control system starts quickly once you pitch it into a corner aggressively, which we did purely for science, mind you, but it doesn't throttle the 18-wheeler back as much as to crush momentum. In fast, sweeping corners, we had been not surprised to detect considerable body roll. This class is clearly tailored for a cozy ride. Off-road worthy and well equipped. It's also tailored for off-road ability. With its permanent all-wheel drive system, an electronically controlled center differential, a locking rear differential, as well as a lower range transfer case, the X-Class can master extremely challenging terrain, even as found out during our extensive on- and off-road try in Slovenia, a republic in the former Yugoslavia just south in the Austrian border. The different settings may be selected for the fly, unlike about the four-cylinder models. For a very helpful off-road feature, the X350d may be ordered having a 360-degree camera which enables to identify the environment with great precision. Of course, it is only as helpful when parking from the city, a helpful aid considering which the X pickup is longer and wider than its class. The X350d might be fitted with plenty of driver aids which are rare among European pickups, including lane keeping assist, automated emergency braking, traffic sign recognition, a digital trailer stabilization system, and ultra-bright LED headlights. The telematics and infotainment systems take a level with Benz's SUV models, plus there is even an optional Burmester speakers. This impressive volume of equipment is mirrored inside sophisticated style from the cabin. The instrument panel having its central screen is harking back to that within the class, as would be the arcing touchpad controller. You can get contrast stitching and faux leather about the dashboard and door panels, plus the wood or aluminum interior trim that adorns top-of-the-line models isn't, well, it isn't real, but it almost seems as if it. A few elements are clearly extracted from the Nissan parts bin, including the switches for your heated seats. And we would favor a more upscale gear selector in place from the basic metal stick that screams Navara regardless of whether it is crowned by way of a knob wearing a three-pointed star. Moreover, the button to master the stop-start function is awkwardly positioned, plus the paucity of storage bins inside the cab borders on being unacceptable. The seating position is great for your driver and also the front passenger, although less so should you have to sit inside the rear. The bench back there exists positioned high and having a tall backrest, even though it isn't exactly cramped, it's not an incredible place to travel all day. The four-door crew cab body style is standard. Behind the cab, your truck bed is usually accessorized using a surprisingly many boxes, truck bed tuck covers, hard tops, and non-functional but tough-looking roll bars. Personalization is a huge point of emphasis for your Mercedes-Benz X-Class product planning team. But even without any of those great features, it seems good and is also clearly a Mercedes on the front and contemporary inside rear. SUVs are as popular in Europe because they are in America, and ubiquity is seeing a lot more customers hunt for alternatives in a variety of segments. The 6-cylinders class could possibly be just right for the kids, as your truck is competent and comfy enough to provide them well. And if they're powered down by the unsecured open bed, oh gee, did we mention that plenty of accessories can be purchased? As for that potential of bringing this class to your US market, Mercedes-Benz is a bit coy. The mid-size pickup publication rack not seen because the right place for just a premium offering. The company, it appears to be, is definitely testing the waters with all the current model. We are constantly re-evaluating, we had been told. Perhaps the next class can certainly make the journey to America.